that was this. It was a Christian melody. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. We do what we do in order to get it done. I have here coffee. I've been cleaning and done with that. Up with everything clean and put it back again. So today is Thursday. Sometimes we need, I think that the weeks, the days, the hours is going so fast. It's traveling like the speed of light. And I have been watching a series from Australia where the Aborigine say that time doesn't really exist. Time. It's just my definition of time is just a misunderstood concept, and it will always remain misunderstood. Time is, as you can see, it is what we can see and observe by different abilities, like the time it takes for the grass to grow, the time it does take for the watch to go around, and lastly, how long time it takes for me to die. We are all going to die, my friends, even you. We think in our youth and naivety that we are living forever. We are not going to die, and we have a tendency to look down on elderly people that is cracked up, and we don't believe that we will end up in this state, and we look at the state of mind. Something similar to that cracked old man. Like a fossil, like a remnants of past ages, decades, decay. It decayed. I decayed in that. So maybe we have to put this like that, so I can level it up like this. So you see the wear and tear on the flag here. I wanted to tear it up because it shows wear and tear. Now Israel is in Jenin. It was by the previous days, in the beginning of Monday. Midnight Monday, they went in to take out the terrorists that is harming Israel. They stab, they kill, they send rockets, and they are paid, they are founded by Iran. So let me put it up. The terrorists in Jenin. Let me put it on the Google map so I don't put it wrong.
The terrorists in Jenin.
Let me put it up here on the space. The terrorists in Jenin. And I want to mention, without naming his name, because here NRK, just put it further, the Norwegian Broadcasting Studio, it is not well put, the NRK, the Norwegian Broadcasting Studio. My Facebook friend that I partly had some time in Kenya, he is now working in the NRK, and I didn't see it on, I didn't watch it on television, I heard it on the radio, and I will honor him. Yes, because he put it right. There were a man, Steinar, that lost his job. Let me just find Steinar on my Facebook profile. Steinar Saltvik. He in 2008-9, he portrayed. He was stopped by the NRK to portray the situation in the Middle East by Israel and Gaza in a right way. NRK said that you are not to put it straight, to put it clear. And here the man said, I can't diverge from the truth. It is not honest. It is not journalistic honest. So I don't want to manipulate the truth. And for that, he lost his job. He said that I can't change the words. I can't put this to blame Israel when the Palestinian is to blame. So this rare occasion of honesty in the Norwegian, which we are all paying for. He came out lately, and it was broadcasted several times here by some organization that call themselves for With Israel for Peace, MIF, Med Israel for Fred. So they put it in that way. So he in a meeting, in a colleague meeting, they said, "Oh, are you a Christian? We didn't believe that. We didn't thought of you as a Christian, but now we know. We know that you are a Christian, and I think this will be the consequences of you, because his views was according to his belief." It is a very interesting topic to take, to have this, his views on the matter. I didn't know what kind of matter that was, but obviously an important matter. So it exposed him, without him saying I'm a Christian, and I don't believe in that because it could be a phrase, it could be a shield or something, an excuse So he wasn't stooping to the low-level maniacs. And he, since it was exposed that he was a Christian, though he didn't really want to expose it because it's not part of his job to expose the Christian message, but to be a decent human and at the same time be a Christian. Everybody can be a decent human, but since he was a believer, he had this kind of approach and this take on that kind of matter that they were talking about. So he couldn't hide his the honest fact that he was a believer in Christian, in Jesus, a Christian. So he was losing his job. This will be the consequences, the director said, and it was told by Steinar Saltvik that happened in 2010, I think. I don't remember well, but it was back in those years. And propaganda against Israel have been only one-sided, blaming Israel. The occasion here that happened in Tel Aviv just recent days, where a man, a terrorist obviously, he rammed people in the streets in Tel Aviv. It is regarded as the capital of Israel, but it is not. The Jerusalem is the capital, but since it was in Tel Aviv, because it is way more crowded, it's way more populated, it's way larger than Jerusalem. So he rammed into people, civilians, and he was able to kill one. And he stopped his car, the car was stopped, and he ran out of the car and started stabbing people with a knife. And here, NRK and other broadcasting studios are portraying this in a so cynical way that it was just a accident. It was a terrorist attack. They portray this as an accident and let it be up to the people, the viewers, the listeners, to think that this is not really serious. But when they exposed Israel going into Jenin, taking out terrorists, and they don't say terrorist, they say this guy, my friend here on Facebook, he reported very precise. I know, because something of that kind of ingredients in the reporting isn't very known here. He took, for example, that Israel, the IDF, Israel Defense Force, they found weapons in a mosque. Who would say that? Not a reporter from that leftist side, and not in NRK, which is government protected, so that the news will come out correctly. He said they found a weapon in the mosque, in the holy place of the Muslims. And he also reported that there were militant Palestinians, militant. But when those obligatory reporters came back, he was the man on the ground. He was reading maybe from the media, both sides. But when normal journalists that have the experience, they have the education, they just portray this as Israel is attacking civilian, and since Israel is an occupying country, they have nothing to do in Jenin, hiding the fact that Jenin hosts a lot of terrorists founded by Iran. What do you give for that? The media is portraying the situation in a so cynical way, and it has been that in decades. Talking about old, soon going to die. So I hope that this portrayal of Israel will end, because people are so annoyed over this. Why can't the journalist be decent? Just be decent. Say the fact. Either it's Israel doing wrong or the Palestinian. Either way, it should be known. They show, it's in the graphics, they show children that is killed. People are coming to the hospitals, crying, shouting. And the Palestinians said that they are killing children. Small children. Three children was killed. I have no overview over this. No, I can't say either way. But this friend, he said that I don't know whether it was him or someone else, but it later became a fact that this child that was killed was in fact with the militants, or you can say terrorists, that are attacking Israeli civilians. When you hear this, you may not believe what I say, because you think he is a pro-Israel, he is a pro-apartheid Israel that is occupying territory. Why would I defend a terrorist state? Why would I defend apartheid state? And it was also said that Israel blocked the ambulances to come and access the wounded. In fact, it is shown by movies, by the ambulance itself, that Israel paved the way into those wounded. Israel did it themselves. So how cynical, how much of lies are they saying? It's all about hating Israel. They are not telling that those militants and so many terrorists come from Jenin. It's on the West Bank, so-called West Bank. They are going into Israel. They have obviously been allowed to be in Israel. Israel can't take every single person, surveil them every single day or night. It is impossible, because any Palestinian in this regard, I don't say every Palestinian, but in this case, any Palestinian can be a terrorist. I don't say, let me underline this, underscore or underline. This is not every Palestinian, no. But in Israel's case, any Palestinian can be a terrorist and have been so. Immediately they switch like zombies that are just blindly attacking with knives, with pistols, with whatever they do. And obviously it's spiritual inspired. I have to take my coffee. So now Israel have done its operation, taking out those headquarters for terrorists. They will be put back years, but they will appear again. As long as you leftists are founding them, as long as the media are talking lies, I think for the sake of the decency, for the respect of the truth, this guy of my friend, I heard his voice. That was I stopped. This should be my friend, because he is doing some job in the NRK, and sometimes you can hear his voice, both interviewing and reporting. And this time he reported the situation, and it was, I appreciated, if he listened to this, I have to say, I appreciate that he did in all decency. He showed stamina. He showed that he can be factual. And he was even better than Cecil Woll, that is always portraying this in a wrongful way. So you have different, even this, I think he is from Middle East. I don't remember his name, but he is also in a way, in a naivistic way, doing some. He is saying that there is militants, and there are and people. The leaders are corrupt, so they say some factual at the same time that they want to portray Israel as the bad guy. So this friend, he, I have to say, I can't pass this without appreciating that kind of value that he brought into this reporting. And it is noted very well. So not all journalists in NRK are corrupt or bribed into this narrative. So and he was also cut off. I became aware of that. He was cut off. So how come people are so cynical to Israel? How come that they defend the terrorists in Jenin, in Gaza, in the West Bank, so-called West Bank, while Israel is making peace with the Arabic states like Dakar and I don't know all the names. Even Saudi Arabia want to make peace with Israel. They have so much in common. They have so much in common that they have the same food, same culture. They interact with each other with different. Even in Iran, people from Iran are so nice. It's only the government that is supporting these terrorists. Their agenda is to eliminate the state of Israel, and the people there are just nice. You see, Israel knows better. Israel knows who is the friends, and friends can criticize, of course. We are not sitting here idly observing Israel as our friend, doing whatever they do. No, but we know that Israel have higher standard on warfare than any other countries, comparable any other countries. And when they portray Israel as apartheid state or occupying force or killing children, it is just note and do the search yourself. It will often be proved as lies. I can't sit here and expose every details of that, but I know, because I've been in Israel, I've seen how Israeli act, how democratic that system is, and here, when this was happening, yet again, they blamed Netanyahu, the right-wing political leader. Even BBC said Israel loves to kill children. Israel loves killing. BBC said that. So Naftali Bennett, he was interviewed and he said, this is so wrong. You got it. Polar opposite. We are defending the people of Jenin against the terrorists, because you can't have terrorists as a government in a state. As Hamas in Gaza, you can't have terrorists leading the country. Look how it looks. By having those men that just is all about eliminating Israel and killing Jews. And we know that Europe from past times have been into that too much already. So it's when Israel do the defend work for too long time, they have been undergoing these attacks. Once in a while, Israel go back from where those rockets come from and take them out. And for that, Israel is criticized. Bennett asked this BBC reporter, or journalist, how would you like if London had this inclusion of terrorists that is always attacking people, civilian, in London? How would you like that to happen? Wouldn't you go in, both take them out and defend your people against those terrorists? That's how easily that was put. So today I did renovating, the cleaning up. Israel went into Jenin and cleansed up the terrorists there. So my friends, I am satisfied with my work. I hope Israel is satisfied too, and I wish you a peaceful day without all this mess and terrorists that are going around. Okay, take care, shalom.